Give it a second, everybody. Alright, are we live? Not yet. YouTube working, not working, YouTube. Alright, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders and analysts. This is Mike Costa, the FX boss. And this is the Professional Forex Trading Course 101. Never forget, everybody, trading is a learnable skill when you learn in the correct way. What are we trying to do here? We are trying to go from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years, right? In an institutional way. What does this mean? First the analyst, first the analyst, then the trader, right? And we are trying to do this with those 3 points. You are going to graduate from this course when number 1, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Number 2, you have your strategy in place. We worked on the strategy yesterday, right, everybody? So if you have any questions about strategy, you can type on the chat, YouTube chat, it's working, I hope. And number 3, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. We are here to learn. And for questions and homework, you have my Gmail and you have also Skype. If you didn't receive this free manual, everybody, courtesy of hedge fund trader Shola and Ernesto, alright, you can send me an email. It's for free, it doesn't cost you a cent. And today we have higher time frames and smaller time frames. Alright, higher time frames and smaller time frames. This is the introduction to multiple time frame trading, everybody. We are going to have different trading styles and strategies like scalper, intraday trader, swing trader, and more. Alright, concept. So to determine the general overall direction and then to determine the short-term view. Alright. So if you look at the 4 charts, everybody, open the 4 charts. An example, it's NZD-USD, right? Tell me, everybody, on the NZD-USD monthly chart, in general, would you say that this market is, so monthly bands, right? Monthly bands, lower band, upper band. Would you say, everybody, that this market is going down? Would you say that this market is going up? How do you understand this market? Type in the chat. There is no right or wrong. Hello, Allah, how are you? Allah, how do you understand this market? Is the market making lower lows, lower highs? Or is the market making higher highs, higher lows? Or is the market in consolidation, everybody? How do you understand what is happening right now on NZD-USD monthly chart? Alice is down, Clara is down. Alright, very good. Now if you go on the weekly chart, everybody, same story. Monthly band, right? So monthly bands up in here somewhere. Lower band somewhere down here maybe. How do you understand now the weekly chart? If we zoom in, right? Do you understand the weekly making lower lows, lower highs? Do you understand the weekly making higher highs, higher lows? Or do you understand the weekly kind of in consolidation? No, there is no right or wrong. You can zoom out as much as you want. You can zoom out. You can zoom in. You know? How do you understand the weekly chart? Alice is down. Clara. And anybody else online? What do you think? General direction wise, right? So monthly was down. Ala says weekly. I understand weekly down too. Alright, now let's go on the daily chart. Right? How do you understand the daily chart? There is no right or wrong. You can zoom in or you can zoom out, right? So zooming out is this one, zooming in is this one. How do you understand the daily chart? Qatar, long term down, Clara down. What about the daily chart? What about the daily? Is the daily going down? Is the daily pushing up? There is no right or wrong. You can do by yourself. You can zoom out and do something like this, or you can zoom in and do something like this. How do you understand the daily? Daily, short term up, long term down. But if you need to choose just one, not to be specific on short term, long term, if you need to trade let's simplify, right? If you need to trade the monthly, how would you trade it? General direction. If you need to trade the weekly, how would you trade it? Talking about general direction. If you need to trade the daily, how would you trade it? Talking about general direction. Down 2. Qatar says seems up, higher highs, higher lows. And finally the 4-hour chart, everybody. How do you understand the 4-hour chart or the 2-hour chart, right? Even better. And I don't have the 2-hour chart, so hour and 2-hour, there you go, apply, okay. 2-hour chart, give me a second. How do you understand the 2-hour chart? Zooming in, zooming out. Clara says down. Hello Julius, how are you? Everybody, so this is beginner trader talk, right? Do we agree that maybe smaller time frame look like bullish, wood long? Thank you very much. Do we agree, everybody, beginner trader talk, that you could be shorting the monthly chart and give me a second, everybody. Exit more. Alright, do we agree that you could be shorting the monthly chart right now? Do we agree that you could be shorting the weekly chart right now? And do we agree, this is not a strategy talk, do we agree that you could be buying the daily chart right now, and you could be buying the 1-hour, 2-hour, 4-hour chart right now? Do we agree? Just an example. No, this is not a strategy talk. This is about direction. Smaller time frames look bullish, wood long. Alright, Julius. Alright, everybody. So that's confusing sometimes, isn't it, everybody? You are going to have 4 traders. Somebody is going to short the market on the monthly example. Somebody is going to short the market or buy the market on the weekly. Somebody is going to buy or sell the market on the daily, and somebody else is going to sell or buy the market on the 2 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour chart, alright? So what's the lesson here? The lesson is, everybody, the lesson is this one, alright? You could have, alright? So it's the understanding of how this market works, so you don't fight with your friends. You could have 2 traders looking at the same chart, and one is going to buy, the other one is going to sell. But why would he sell an uptrend? Calm down. He's going to sell, and both can win or both can lose. This is the lesson today for you to understand. You could have 2 traders looking at the same chart, the daily, and one is going to buy at right now, so horizontal line, vertical line, horizontal line. One is going to buy right now, and again, this is not a strategy conversation, this is a multiple time frame conversation. Somebody is going to buy and the other one is going to sell, and both can win if they know what they're doing, and both can lose. Alright? And again, why would somebody sell the daily uptrend? Because this trader, it might also looking at the weekly. Make sense, everybody? We didn't learn support, resistance, pivot point yet, but the trader shorting the daily, maybe it's looking at the weekly too, just an example, and maybe it's saying, alright, we are at the pivot point in here, so I believe, I'm speculating, this is my educated guess, I believe direction wise this market is going to fall, and he's going to go on the daily. Boss, this is wrong. We are not talking about strategy. Don't confuse the two. Alright? So somebody is going to say, alright, direction wise I'm going to short the market and I'm going to put the stop loss up in here and I'm taking a chance. Alright? Boss, I don't understand. One trader is going to look at the weekly chart, but because he doesn't have enough capital or money or anything, he's going to enter from the daily and he's going to put the stop loss up in here. But his decision making process didn't come from the daily, but it came from exactly the weekly. So this is the lesson called higher time frames and smaller time frames. And this is the introduction to tomorrow, and not tomorrow, Monday, right? What is today? Thursday? So this is our last class for this week, everybody. We're going to be back on Monday, right? So to determine the general over direction, you go on the higher time frame, and to determine the short-term view and timing, you go on the lower time frame. Alright? So scalper is not going to work on the monthly, weekly or daily, where intraday could and swing trade could. And the scalper is going to work on the 1 hour, 4 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, whatever, and the swing intraday too, and the swing trader too. Trading concept: you cannot win on the short term time frame based on the long-term bias. What does this mean, everybody? One more time, you cannot win on the short-term time frame based on the long-term bias. Isn't the monthly going down? Everybody? Most of you said, oh, I'm seeing the monthly kind of making lower lows, lower highs, right? Kind of. But the concept is saying you cannot win on the short-term time frames based on the long-term bias. So if I'm here, this is the monthly chart, and if I'm going short on the 1 hour, 2 hour, daily 2, no, we didn't learn yet, calm down, it's a conversation about direction. If I'm going short, how is the direction on the 1 hour chart, everybody? Is the direction up or down? And if I go on the 30-minute chart, give it a second. Come on, Forex doesn't want to work. It's almost Friday. Alright, not working, so we're going to stay on the 1 hour chart maybe. And how is the 1 hour chart? Direction. Is the 1 hour chart up or down, everybody? And we've learned trend lines. Trend line is a tool that confirms the trend. Alright. So far, hard highs, hard lows, right? So far, up in here. Alright. Now, golden nugget. Golden nugget for beginner traders. Golden nugget. We tend to lose because we tend to micromanage or micro trade every single high and low. Alright, everybody? We tend to lose because we tend edit label, we tend to micromanage and micro trade every single high and low. What does this mean? So I could be shorting the monthly, you know, and where is it? Give me a second. Daily? Did I close the 4 hour chart? Maybe 1 hour, 2 hour. Give me a second, let me check. Alright, looks like I closed the 1 hour chart, or maybe not. Alright, so one more time. Alright, I'm going to clone the chart, go to the 2 hour chart. Alright, and one more time, everybody, the 2 hour chart example. So this is the low, uptrend line, you know, this is the low, uptrend line, and so far this is the uptrend line. But we tend to lose because we are too consumed, everybody, about all the highs and all the lows. Would this be true? So on the daily example, on the daily chart, are we in an uptrend, everybody? Type in the chat, are we in a short-term uptrend, market making hard highs, hard lows? So far. Are we in an uptrend on the daily? To the point that you can see higher highs, higher lows, to the point that you can draw an uptrend line. Everybody? Just an example, sure. Market wave is down, yes sir. Short-term trend is up, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Alright. We are in an uptrend on the daily. Aren't we in an uptrend on the 2-hour too? Talking about general direction. Yes, we are. But when we see lower lows, lower highs, everybody, what do we tend to do in here? And I'm going to even leave it like this, right? Can you see it, everybody? I'm seeing the market right now, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. Am I going to buy in here? We've learned trend lines, so I can put a trend line like this. Are we going to buy in here? Yes, we are. Why would you buy a downtrend on the 2-hour chart? Everybody, why would you buy a downtrend on the 2-hour chart? And bad example, I wish to have a bearish candle here, right? Some of us, beginner traders, we would not buy a downtrend, we would short a downtrend. Agreed, everybody? Why? Because the market broke the uptrend line and the market's making lower lows or highs. You have no reason to buy down in here. Agreed, everybody? In this specific example, right now you have no reason of buying. Alright, if you are buying like this, then you are still speculating. You are not trading from what you see, you are trading from what you believe is going to happen. Alright? So we tend to lose because we micromanage and we micro trade all those highs and lows. See in here, everybody? Two. Back in time, this was the trend line, right? This was the trend line. And see here, what did the market do? Would you buy in here, everybody? Would you buy the market in here? High to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. Bam! Counter trend line. Would you buy in here? Qatar says agreed, yes we, Allah says yes. Would you buy in here, everybody? So if you buy right now, are you buying prematurely, yes or no? What do you think? We talked about relevant highs and lows. Counter trend line break, yes it is. If you buy right now, are you buying an uptrend or are you buying a downtrend? What are you buying? No close to resistance trend line. We didn't learn resistance yet. It's too soon. Our knowledge is limited. Would this be a premature entry, everybody? Did the market break a relevant high when you buy? Now, we've learned a lot of things already. If you buy in here and if you put the stop loss down in here, then the stop loss would help you. But again, one more time, we tend to micromanage highs and lows. Alright, Julius would buy and Julius would lose. Make sense, everybody? This was a premature entry. and maybe not in here. This is a different example, but from this example in here, you know, the market didn't break the relevant high, right? And we would go down. But that was before, sure, speculation, exactly. All right, everybody? So we lose as beginner traders because we micromanage, everybody. We micromanage, we microtrade all of these things. When if you go on the higher time frame, the direction would be much easier to understand. Do we agree? So here is the, let me see the manual. A scalper or intraday trader cannot go long, example on the euro-dollar based on what is happening on the monthly or weekly chart. Sure, a scalper or day trader can analyze the market using higher time frames, but cannot base their decision on when and how to enter, where and when to exit based on what is happening on the monthly, because the swings are too big for those two particular strategies. Sure, the higher time frame controls the lower time frame, but related to trading to scalpers and day traders, this is another story. It may take some time to you, the trader, to understand the correlation between those time frames, how they work, when you can use them and when you cannot use them. Picture below: monthly, weekly, daily. Let's not use the term swing trader, let's use short term. So question, what a short term would be. So it's too soon to talk about this, everybody, but here is the golden nugget, if you want. Before entering the market from the trading time frame, check the higher time frame. And edit label, everybody, higher time frame. Would this make sense to you? Before entering the market from the trading time frame, check the higher time frame. What does this mean? So out this one, and we are here, right? So I bought the market, just an example. I bought the market, everybody, on November 9, right? November 9. This is the market. I don't see the future. November 9 was the counter trend line break. And if I go on the daily and check November 14, 13, 12, 10, 9. If I would go on the daily, everybody, before, if I would go on the daily before I enter the 4-hour chart, what would you see on the daily? Type in the chat. What do you see on the daily? You are entering here, you know, or you might be entering also here, made a higher high, right? But let's go step by step. You are entering on the November 9, you know, counter trend line break. So when you were buying from the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, what were you buying from the daily? Julius, a lot of sense. So there is a nugget, everybody. Before entering the market from the trading time frame, check the higher time frame. This is going to help you. Make sense? It was a premature entry from the daily, maybe not from the, I mean, how to enter, it's a question of strategy, but purely looking at price action. Oh, I have a counter trendline break on the 2 hour. Yes, you do, but you don't have it from the daily. Agreed? Now let's check this breakout, right? Because the market made a higher high. This was Still November the 9. Still, see everybody down here? November 9. Even though there is a higher high, so if I change this to this is 10. See everybody? Even if you buy a higher high, if you would be that coachable to check the higher time frame, this would prevent you to have a loser. Does this make sense? Type in the chat, yes it makes sense, or type it, no it doesn't make sense at all, I'm just going to look just at one time frame and I'm going to just trade from one chart. How many of you online, everybody? How many of you online have the 4 charts? And how many of you online you don't have the 4 charts? How many of you have, everybody, the monthly chart? How many of you have the weekly chart? How many of you have the daily chart? And how many of you have the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart? Right now. I have a good news and the bad news. Which one do you want? Buying a bearish candlestick on the daily, exactly. Is anybody in here who doesn't have the 4 charts? Type in the chat, everybody. I don't have the 4 charts. I have a good news and the bad news. I don't have the 4 charts. I have a good news if you don't have the 4 charts, and I have a bad news, and vice versa. If you do have the 4 charts, I have good news and bad news. Anybody here who doesn't have the 4 charts? Not right now, but when you analyze the market, when you are making your trading decisions, or some of you when you are placing trades, are you looking at the 4 charts? Bad news, if you don't have the 4 charts, no Lambo for you, ever, 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 ever. And for the women, no house for you, ever, 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 ever. I promise you. Fair enough, scalper, it's a different story. Fair enough, I agree with you. Scalpers excluded. Scalper, alright. But if you're a day trader, intraday trader, swing trader, strategy trader, news trader, position trader, whatever trader, if you don't have the 4 charts, if you are a man, no supercar for you, no supercars, and if you're a woman, no house for you, ever. I promise you, you are never going to make big money. Not in the Forex market. Julius, I have the 4 charts. Mine is expired. We use J4X, it's for free. Money, it's not an excuse, everybody. J4X, excellent platform, it's for free. You don't need to go to TradingView, everybody, but TradingView. You don't need to go to TradingView. Alright, you can go to J4X and it's for free. Alright, everybody? Alright. What's the good news? If you have the 4 charts, then if you learn multiple time frame trading, then you can make it. So before entering the market from the trading time frame, check the higher time frame. How is this relationship? You have the confirmation time frame, all right, and you have the trading time frame, all right. So So this golden nugget goes like this. If you are trading on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, then your confirmation time frame is the daily chart. Daily chart. Alright? If you trade from the daily chart, your confirmation time frame is the weekly chart, everybody. The weekly chart. Whatever strategy, exactly. Whatever strategy, whatever methodology. And if you trade from the weekly chart, which is most likely no one, then your confirmation time frame is the monthly chart. Monthly chart. And here is the homework. Check your past 5 losers and try to figure out if you could have avoided the loser if you would be if you would be, how can we rephrase it, if you would be making the decision with the higher time frame too. I promise you, beginner trader talk, I promise you, not a trader yet, I promise you, if you do this homework, your trading is going to improve. I promise you. Check your past 5 losers. You could be 10, 20, whatever, but check your past 5 losers and try to figure out if you could have avoided the loser, if you would be making the decision to enter the market with the higher time frame too. Alright? So the 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, they have a direct relationship to the daily and vice versa. The daily has a direct relationship to the weekly and vice versa. The weekly has a relationship to the daily and the weekly has a direct relationship to the monthly. Alright? When the manual is saying that you cannot win short term with the higher time frame, means that you cannot place your decision on the 1 hour or 4 hour chart just with the monthly. Make sense? The monthly is too huge. The violet arrows are the direct relationship. Alright? This is what you should check before you enter on the 1 hour, 2 or 4 hour chart. Check the daily. Before you enter the daily, check the weekly. Before you enter the weekly, check the monthly. Alright? You can check multiple time frames, yes you can, but you don't need to. What would be wrong, right? If I'm on the 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart, I should check the daily, but I'm not checking the daily, I'm checking the monthly. This doesn't work. If I check the daily and the weekly and the monthly, then it's alright. But if I'm on the 1 hour chart and I check just the monthly because I don't have time or I'm lazy, then this is a no-go. Alright, everybody? This is just the monthly. Those two are too far away. It's like it's like the nephew, you know, or the grandson talking to the. So this is the grandson talking to the grandfather. You know, they are 5 decades apart, and the kid is telling the father, what is the grandfather talking about? I cannot understand the grandfather. And the grandfather too. What is the grandson talking about? I cannot understand anything, you know. Generations, you know, that are too far away, you know. They don't you know. And there is the father in between, right? The daily chart. No, calm down, you know, I'm going to explain to you. All right, everybody? If you don't have time, right? It doesn't really matter on what time frame you are trading. If you don't have time, start with the man. What can I tell you? If you don't have time, you are not going anywhere as a trader. This is number one. Fair enough? Yesterday I had a coaching session and everybody was sad because I was being honest with the public and I was telling them that if until trading becomes a priority in your life, you are not going to make any money, you are not going to learn, you are not going to implement. And everybody was, oh, but this is the truth. And there was a student in the public, you don't understand, you know, I'm in a church and I'm singing classes and I only see my kids during the weekend. You don't understand. I do understand. All the things have priority in front of trading. I do understand. And I'm not judging you, but I'm telling you, unless you put trading as a priority in your life, nothing is going to change for you. And that's the truth. Everybody, you don't know, we are talking sometimes, not that much, but we are talking, being a trader, it's a high performance profession. Do you know what means high performance? Does anybody online know what means high performance? Being a professional trader, it's considered by the Department of Labor and Statistics a high performance job. It's a high performance profession. Do you know, everybody, what does this mean? This is how skills and jobs are categorized. Is being a waiter high performance? Is being an Uber driver high performance? Not judging, we're not talking about people and money, we're talking about the skill. Is being a gardener high performance? Is being a dentist high performance? Is being an architect high performance? Is being a lawyer is high performance? Type in the chat, what do you think? You can research by yourself, everybody, go on Google. What jobs are considered high performance? You're going to find just a few. Make sense? If you are new to the show, Dukas Copy webinars, and you are 3 months in the making, 6 months, it's alright, pat yourself on the back, we're all the same. But if you are 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or a long time in these markets, you might think about yourself a little bit. And let me simplify for you the word that high performance does not accept. This is the most devious, psychologically, and the most dangerous word. I will try. I will try. High performance professions, they don't accept I will try. How many of you online, they're thinking, oh, I will just, again, if you are 3 months, it's alright, 6 months, still okay. If you are 2 years in the making, if you think, oh, I'm going to try, you need to wake up. It's all about education. High performance job, they doesn't accept, I'm just going to try something. I'm going to try for I'm going to try for 1 year, and you know, how many gold medals, Olympic gold medals, or bronze or silver, do you know that they have the mindset that, oh, I'm just going to try something, you know? Remember, you're a pilot. You're a pilot and you have 1,000 passengers. Oh, I'm going to try to land the aeroplane. You know, let's try to land this goddamn plane. You know, make sense, everybody? If you're a surgeon and you are operating on a patient, you know, you have a heart transplant. Oh, let's try to transplant this heart. You know, let's just try. Make sense, everybody? Being a professional trader and I will try, those two don't go together. Not just trader, all the high performance jobs and professions. I'm not going to enter on a plane when I see a pilot talking, you know, drinking Starbucks coffee and talking to the other pilot. Oh, let's try to put down the plane. I'm not entering the aeroplane. I'm not crazy. All right, everybody. So you are going to graduate from this course when you have your charts set up and ready for trading. What does this mean? This is the manual we've learned about so far: highs and lows, market wave, also called market structure. We've learned about short-term trends, uptrend, downtrend. We've learned trend lines. And now we're learning about higher time frames and smaller time frames. Alright? What does this mean? You can go on Forex and monthly, weekly, 4 hour down here, and this is going to be up in here, and start building your charts one by one. If you're lucky enough to be on TradingView, you can go to, give me a second, everybody. You have indicators that are going to help you, you know. Give me a second. So we talked about NZD USD. Alright, I'm going to get Heikki Nashi out, and what else do we have? Give me a second. Super trend out too, and you say apply this indicator. Alright, so you have the, just an example, TradingView has this, not sure if Forex has double zigzag, we can check. Alright, but you have on TradingView, you have an indicator who is charting for you the market wave. Alright, everybody? So start to build your charts. Trend lines you must chart manually. And we can go here, and I never tried, so add indicator. Let's see, double zigzag, right? Double exponential moving average, not zigzag. We have zigzag, and we have, so this is zigzag levels, input, right? And we have ways zigzag, which I don't even know how it works. Alright, but anyway, double zigzag, right? So let's find out how this works. Maybe, just maybe, you know, I don't know how this one, yeah, it's not that precise, but anyway, right click, edit indicator, arrange move group, restore clone, copy indicator. Alright, let's copy indicator and weekly, right click, remove, Alright, looks like I cannot paste it. I need to go here and zigzag. And let's see, right? If it works, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. So, before we finish for today, everybody, homework. And exactly the hard time frame, exactly. The hard time frame controls price action and movement on the smaller time frame. Alright, everybody, so this is the homework. Homework. Build your 4 charts. What does this mean? Put the indicators / tools that you are using, meaning your strategy, on all 4 time frames. If you don't, equals to no Lambo for you. Ever. That's the truth, everybody. If you understand this lesson today, then you would understand that this is the truth. Agreed, everybody? Build your 4 charts, monthly, weekly, daily, 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever, 15 minutes. Put the indicators tools that you are using, trend lines, market waves, shortened trends, Ichimoku, super trend, whatever, counter trend line, support, resistance, pivot point, on all time frames, or 4 time frames. If you don't, 2024, no Lambo for you. In 2025, no Lambo. Somebody just type, oh, Toyota. No Toyota either. No Toyota for you next year. Alright, everybody, our time is up until Monday. Have a great weekend. See you back on Monday, everybody, and until Monday, stay strong and chart. Build your chart like the boss. Everybody, it's not a joke, you know, it's ongoing. Every single time after the class it's over, I'm telling you, stay strong and trade like a responsible business owner. Trade like a boss. You really are the boss of your account. But you're going to understand this only in the Forex course 202. Alright? You are running, or you are trying to run a business. So you really are the boss of your account. And if you don't have enough capital, everybody, send me an email, or you go to xrading.com, the incubator. Put your details in here. Invest from $1,000 to $5,000. You need to put your money down. This is going to be the stop loss money, the stop loss level. So if you put $1,000, you get a 10,000 account. Alright? And it's live and it's on your name. And this is not prop trading. This is an incubator. Alright? If you put $5,000, then you start with 50,000. Live account, real money, on your name. Alright? You can deposit and do one trade and withdraw. It's up to you. Alright, everybody. So see you back on Monday. Until Monday, stay strong and talk to you. Give me 7. Let me say hi. Thanks and have a nice weekend. Julius and Ala, don't forget we have the basket course on Saturday. Basket course. Unlike everyone else, high performance can adapt to change better because they are proactive and anticipating change. Very good, they're proactive, very good, excellent.